Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're going to be breaking down a concept known as phantom discipline. It all begins like this. Discipline is not just what you do, it's also what you get yourself not to do. My definition of phantom discipline is when you have a productive task that you actually like doing, and you want to keep doing it. And not only do you want to do it a little bit, you want to overdo it. A part of you thinks that you overdoing a productive task is a form of discipline, is a form of productivity, but I would argue that's not the case. See, it begins like this. Whenever we're initially thinking productivity, our mind immediately thinks bland. Let's say you're someone that hates reading. When you think productivity, you're going to picture reading. Let's say you're someone that hates going to the gym. When you think productivity, you're going to think the gym. But every now and then, during self-improvement, what happens is that we find a productivity activity that we enjoy. There are people on the planet that like to read. There are certain people on the planet that like to go to the gym. Let's use the gym example because I used to be like this. There was a certain period where I was in this gym called the 24-Hour Fitness Shack. And as you can tell, it's a 24-hour gym. So myself, my brother, a few of the close friends of ours, we would go into the gym at 3 in the morning and we would lift, right? We would lift, we'd chit chat, we'd lift some more. We had the entire facility to ourselves. So we would sometimes enter there at 3 in the morning and we would leave at 6 in the morning. From our perspective, we thought the gym is a productive task. And look how long we did this productive task. Look how productive we have been, right? And this sloppy thinking translated over to my college life as well. These 3 in the morning gym sessions were during the summer in high school. But even in college nowadays, whenever one of my college buddies were like, hey, you want to go to the gym? I'd say, of course I want to go to the gym. Question is, how long are we going to stay for? And he says, I don't know, like 45 minutes? 45 minutes? Did you even work out, bro? Come on, man. We got to stay in the gym for 2 hours. And this guy looked at me shocked. His body was better than mine. But me, I had that sense of pride. I thought the longer that you stay doing a productive task, the better off it was. Later on in my life, I began to realize that I was wasting a lot of time. I was wasting a lot of time because this gym act, I don't need to be in the gym for 2 hours. For what? I'm not training to be a bodybuilder or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy that's going to the gym in order to be in shape. 35 minutes will do. So it's not just me that thinks like this. There's bodybuilders out there that say, if you're in the gym for hours and you don't plan to be a bodybuilder, you're not being productive. You're just wasting your time. Chances are you don't know what the hell you're doing, or you're just chit-chatting in the gym. This gym scenario showed me the concept of phantom discipline. Just because I can do an act for 3 hours does not mean that I should do the act for 3 hours. It's very similar to communication skills when you think about it. Every now and then, you may be a subject matter expert in a certain field, and someone will say, I need you to give a 6-minute talk on this field. You're like, 6 minutes? I could do it for 60 minutes. Just because you can do it for 60 minutes does not mean that you should. And when you desire to speak for 60 minutes and you boil it down to speaking for 6 minutes, This requires discipline. This requires you not to do something. And when you train yourself not to do something, it builds discipline in the long run. A lot of the times, we think that only bad habits are stuff that we should cut back on. But every now and then, there's a good habit, a productive habit. Maybe you like journaling a lot, and you're like, from here on out, I'm going to journal for 3 hours a day, while everyone else journals for 10 minutes a day. You may think that this is good, but this may be a scenario where you need to exercise phantom discipline. Because you journaling for 3 hours a day, it's taking away from all the other deliverables that you have to deliver at the end of the day. Cut back, showcase phantom discipline, and remember this: discipline is not just about what you do, it's also about what you get yourself not to do. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. And if you enjoyed this talk, drop that like for me right on below, and I'll catch you on the next episode.